tracking had skyrocketed, the portfolio was healthy. A smile of satisfaction curled my lips as I noted the growth. That money would translate into more scholarships, more libraries, more opportunities for communities that were often overlooked. This was the life I had built, unflashy. On the surface, incredibly fulfilling in its depth. Later that evening, I found a leftover container of homemade soup in the fridge and heated it on the stove, reflecting on how Tamara would probably scoff at my simple dinner. But the quiet comfort of my home, the knowledge that my investments were thriving, and the sense of purpose from helping others gave me a peace Tamara's gilded parties never could. I wouldn't trade it for anything. A few weeks slipped by. I buried myself in my usual routines, working through new potential investments, reading about microfinancing opportunities, and finalizing the details of a community center project I was funding in a small town. My communication with Tamara was minimal, mostly a curt text here or there about how busy she was. I assumed she'd moved on to her next lavish event, forgetting our awkward Easter encounter. Then, one Monday evening, as I was poring over an annual report, my phone pinged. A text from an unknown number read, "Is this Lena M. from the article?" with a link. At first, I was alarmed, thinking perhaps my information had been leaked. Intrigued, I opened the link to see a digital piece titled, "The Silent Titan, Meet Lena M., the discreet investor behind $300 million in smart capital." My heart skipped a beat. The article mentioned my philanthropic endeavors, my knack for spotting emerging markets, even referencing me as an invisible shark in the finance world. Someone who maneuvers stealthily yet powerfully. A tiny, unauthorized photograph of me accepting a plaque at a charity gala accompanied the text. My secret wasn't so secret anymore. And I knew it wouldn't be long before Tamara found out. Sure enough, a storm began to brew on the social horizon. Though the feature wasn't mainstream yet, it circulated in the niche circles of private wealth management, exactly the kind of people Tamara and her friends were eager to impress. Clara, Tamara's friend who worked tangentially with finance professionals, stumbled upon the article and recognized me immediately. She confronted Tamara at some influencer lunch, the way gossip always surfaces in such circles. According to a mutual acquaintance, Clara's initial reaction was astonishment. "Tamara, did you know about Lena's net worth? This article is calling her a financial genius, is that true?" Tamara, caught off guard, could barely form a coherent reply. She apparently tried to downplay the story or claim ignorance, but Clara pressed on, showing her the photo. There was no denying it was me. A hush must have fallen over their table as Tamara realized how drastically this revelation challenged her narrative of me being too poor. Later that afternoon, I received the inevitable call from Tamara. My phone vibrated as I was in the middle of a video call discussing an educational grant. I excused myself from the meeting and answered. "Lena, we need to talk," she said, her voice colder than I'd ever heard. I could almost feel her outrage crackling through the line. "You never told me anything about this," Tamara hissed. "Do you know how humiliated I felt when Clara showed me that article in front of everyone? My own sister, and I had no idea who she really was." I leaned against my kitchen counter, inhaling deeply before responding. "I never hid anything," I said calmly. "I just didn't parade my finances around. I don't see why it's my obligation to broadcast my net worth to anyone, including you." She scoffed, and I could imagine her pacing around her living room, nails tapping on her phone in agitation. "But you let us think you were struggling. You wore those plain clothes, drove that outdated car. You literally sat at my Easter brunch and said nothing while my friends assumed You were some low-level finance drone.